Hi guys, welcome back. In this tutorial, I am going to explain CSS display property. Guys, this is the most important CSS property when we talking about the HTML element layout on our web pages. So let's first discuss few things and then after that I will give the demo also. The display property specifies the display behavior of an element. Every element has its default display behavior depending on what type of element it is. So in HTML we have many different HTML element and all element have its own default display behavior. Like P is the block level element and A is the inline level element. We can change the display behavior of both element vice versa using the display property. So by using this display property we can change the default display behavior of an HTML element. So this is the syntax how we can use this display property in CSS. So this is the property name display and here we need to give the value for that property. So let's quickly open our VS Code and create one HTML file. Okay. CSS display dot HTML. So this is our basic HTML code structure and I'm going to give the title here. CSS display property. Now I'm going to launch my live server. Okay, so in body section first I'm going to take one h1 element and so just I pass the text. This is the h1 tag and class I'm going to take so this is the class. Any class we can take like heading one we can say. Okay, and now I'm going to define one more. This is the h2 tag. And this is heading 2. Okay, so here I have defined this. So this is our 2 heading. So let's open our PPT. There are many display property value are available and so in CSS we have many display property. It is almost more than 12 display property are there, but in this video I'm going to define only few of them which is the most important display property. Okay, so first display property is display none. The element is completely removed from the HTML DOM object or web page. Okay, so in style section I'm going to give the style for our HTML element. Like this is our first h1 tag. So I'm going to use this class and then provide display we can set none. So now I'm going to save my code and you will see the difference. Okay, in the live server here we can see now the h1 tag is completely removed from the HTML DOM object. Okay, it is not there. So this is the display none property. And we have one more property which is very much similar to this, so I'm going to demonstrate that one also. Okay, so first I'm commenting this, and now I'm going to take heading 2. So we have one more property which is called visibility hidden. Okay, visibility hidden. So if we set the visibility of any element hidden, it means this element is not visible only, but it available on the DOM object. So now I'm going to save this. So before guys, let me add few p tag here also. It will gives you more clarification. Lorem 12 I can say, and one more p tag. Okay, so these are the two p tag, and now I'm going to set the visibility hidden. Now I'm going to save my code. Just look at here on our live server. Here you can see now our this h2 tag is just it is available on our DOM object, but it is not visible. Okay, so this is the visibility hidden property. It is available here, it just occupy the space, but it is not visible. It is the visibility hidden property. So this is the two difference between visibility hidden and display none. When we set the display none, then our element is completely removed from the HTML DOM object. Okay, and our next topic is display block. Display an element as a block element like P. It start on a new line and take up the whole width of the web page or browser. So all the block element are always start with a new line, and it's stretch up to the full width of the web browser. Okay, so like this. Here this is the p tag, it's always start with the new line. Okay, so if I reduce the content of this p tag, then also you can see it starts with the new line. Okay, the second p tag here you can see. So press F12 and here we can see much clear. So here we can see the p tag is stretched up to the whole browser width. Okay, so this is the block level element. It always occupy the whole browser width, and it always starts with a new line. Then we have inline element. Here display an element as an inline element like A. It only occupy as much space which is required for it, and by default any height and width property will have no effect. So all the inline element only take that much width or space which is required to display it content only. Okay, and the CSS height and width property will have no effect on the inline element. So let's quickly define inline element. So So a tag is an inline element. We have many inline element, but here I am going to take this a tag. Okay, so link 1 and href hash symbol. So this is the link 1 and I am going to copy and paste, and this is the link 2. I'm going to save my code. So here we can see the two links are appear just after the another. Okay, it's on the same line. So this is the inline element, and I'm going to set some CSS code for this, like background color pink, and border 1 pixel solid, red, or you can say green. Okay, so this one, and after that I'm going to give some padding also. Suppose I'm going to give the padding of 10 pixel. Okay, this is the 10 pixel padding, and after that I'm going to give the margin also. So for top and bottom I want 30 pixel, and for left and right just I want to give 10 pixel. Okay, now I'm going to save my code. So here we can see the margin of the left and right is affecting, but top and bottom margin is not affecting here. Okay, so for inline element there is no proper effect of the margin. Okay, it not proper supported the margin CSS property, and also it not fully supported the height and width property. Like if I'm going to give the width suppose 200 pixel. I'm going to save my code. You can see no impact on the two links. Okay, in same way I can't able to set the height also. Height suppose 150 pixel. I'm going to save my code. No impact here. Okay, so this is the inline element, and it does not have any impact of this width and height property. Okay, as well as margin property also, it not have the any impact on this CSS property. So just I am going to see this here. So these are the two a tag, and you can see it only occupy as much width as it required only. Okay, and when we talk about this p tag, it acquire the whole browser width. Okay, so this is the inline element. Now our next topic is inline block. Display an element as an inline level block container. The element itself is formatted as an inline element, but you can apply height and width value similar to a block level element. So when we set display inline block, then the same HTML element will have the both property, inline as well as block. Okay, so like here I mention the element itself is formatted as an inline element. Okay, so for formatting it, we have like a inline element, and but you can apply height and width value similar to the block level element. So quickly go to our VS Code and set the display property. Display not inline block. Okay, I'm going to save my code. Here we can see now the width and height property is affected, and now the margin top and bottom is also have impact here. Okay, so this is the inline block, but it should be on next to each other. This is the inline block element. Okay, it behave like a block level element also, because you can set the height and width property, and it also behave as an inline element because it just appearing next to each other. Okay, in a single line it is appearing. So this is the inline block property. Here also we can see it just take as much width as it required only. Okay, according to the height and width and padding property I have set, so only that much width it is taking. So this is inline block property. So this is all about in this display CSS property. Thank you for watching this video.